titillate the juices. You know what? Woo! Right now. Woo! Woo!
Dr. Hughes invites followers. Oh, let's see if they increase now. Me too. Yeah, wow. Dr. Hughes.
Mock-ass mock.
He's a great podcaster.
Trick-ass mock.
Acknowledge me. We coming for you, nigga. Fat!
Yeah, Dr. Hughes, here we go. Keep plugging yourself, that's cool.
First up, a man whose looks will serve your inner needs and desires.
Dr. Hughes.
Look at that. Dr. Huge back again Saturday with Jess and the Sleaze in the building. You're not muted anymore, right, Sleaze?
No.
Look at you.
Right?
You're a pro. I seen the mute thing on there, and I'm like, I didn't do that.
No, I did that.
Holy shit.
I was coughing up lungs. Show can't have that.
Yeah. So Saturdays at 3 p.m. are rough for all of us. I was just telling Jess all about it. I don't know, for whatever reason, I just feel like I'm rushing to get here when, I made it this day for specific reasons. We all have this time, but then it's like, it's so fleeting. It's like, what the hell is going on? Really, the older you get, this time is moving at an ungodly speed for me lately.
Oh, it is. And imagine if you're almost 50,
Whoa. 50. Hold on, I got it right here.
50 years old.
We gotta get a couple more for stretching clips or something. Keep that fresh, but yeah.
Yes.
Yep, those olden days, back in even in like the 90s, the 50-year-olds in the 90s, man, they looked messed up.
Oh,
they
God.
look crazy. They look so old. Now they look like the Sleaze. Not old at all.
Good. Yeah, great.
Not old at all.
Yeah, fantastic.
Oh, so we got a lot to talk about today, folks. Yep. Nobody, and then how about this? Everybody wants to clown like old. How are you gonna clown old? Like, it's like corny. Did you know it's like corny to be old, Sleaze?
Apparently I'm so uncool now.
I just don't get, especially in the black community, these rappers and things, they're so disrespectful to their older classic rappers. It disgusts me, Sleaze. You know all about this. Did you know his favorite is Ice Cube?
Yes.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Ice Cube. And now the kids think he's corny.
Yeah. It's like he was
He's straight out of Compton.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Come on, guys.
Get with it, kids.
Scarface. That's my favorite scene in the beginning of Office Space. He's rapping to Scarface. Hardcore gangster rap from the early 90s.
I had this 20-year-old come up to me, and I have a speaker at work, and he goes, "Oh, you're going to play that old stuff again?" I'm like, "Get the fuck out of my face."
Oh, that's so disrespectful.
What? Yeah.
Yep. How dare they, Jess?
Gross.
See, nobody clowns Linkin Park.
Better not.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, the older things get in all these other genres, you're like revered, and they're like, oh, look at, they came before, they did this and they did that. In rap, it's like, oh, they're old, they're stupid.
Yeah. That's stupid old.
Corny. Get out of here, you're dusty and corny. All right.
Right.
Yep.
Their music sucks.
Yep. We gotta start a rap group and go at these kids. Show
I'm
them.
telling you. I'll come out of retirement.
The hip and hop version.
I'm 50.
Anyway, so enough about the rap music. Even though the rappers are all in our shit, we're gonna get back in your stuff. We talked about West Side Gun and everything last week.
Yeah.
I mean, the big news this week, everybody, is the John Cena business. The tourney is still going. Takes up most of these shows, both shows. So what happened? We had Miz and Jey Uso last night. Of course, Jey Uso's going to win this.
Of course. Yeah.
In our reality, should Jey Uso be beating the Miz in a John Cena tournament, knowing the history that the Miz and John Cena have?
I had high hopes for this tournament up until that match, and now it just took me out of it. I said, no, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Totally out.
What do you think?
Gross.
I know you're a Uso fan. You love them Samoans. So what did you think about him? Obviously, he was going to go over the Miz. We all know this. But should that be happening?
I mean, for the tournament, no. But, like, I guess having Jay take a loss is not what they want. So
Right.
it is what it is.
There's a lot of these guys in the tournament like that shouldn't be taking losses, but they're in. Like, if you really wanted to help the youngsters, you don't put LA Knight in this tournament. Don't put Jey Uso in this tournament. They don't need the wins. They don't need the losses either. I mean, especially with them right now. You got to keep, as much as I don't care for Jey Uso, you got to keep him looking relevant if you're really going to be going with this whole yeet thing all the time. Turn it up. There we go. Yep. So what else do we have? Oh, Zack Ryder returned as Zack Ryder. As I knew you was Zack Ryder this whole time. I knew it. You changed his name for the Indies, Matt Cardona. He's married to Chelsea Green, of course, the U.S. champion of the ladies. And who'd he take on?
LA Knight.
LA Knight.
LA Knight, yes. Who we knew was going to win too, just like Jey Uso.
I'm really hoping for him to lose to Zack Ryder.
Yeah, me too. It was deflating. It was the first Jey Uso and then LA Knight. I'm like, I'm out. I'm out of this. Totally.
I'm an LA Knight guy, of course. I don't want to. They shouldn't be in it. Right there. And then you got two guys, Zack Ryder, who we have history with, we can talk about, we can do little bits with on TV. Before, John Cena retires. No, he's going to fight LA Knight instead, possibly, or, one of these other guys. Sure, got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Big waste of time. He's going to be fighting Gunther anyway. I mean, everybody knows this.
No, I cannot.
That's what they're saying, Jess. I'm sorry. Wasn't me.
If it came from Meltzer, then it's definitely not happening.
No, it actually didn't. So that's where I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I just can't picture them having a good match. Like, I don't know. Like, Gunther has just a very specific style and doesn't work with everybody, and I just don't envision that being good.
It'll be Gunther Cena. Gunther will smack the shit out of him, even though lately they're saying, "Oh, it might not be Gunther," right? But they're going to stay on their time.
Need it though. Like, that's the other thing, right? Like, he already had dominant reigns, right? Like, he's already been presented in a certain way. Like, he doesn't need the rub.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, Baron Corbin needs it, right? Or Austin Theory needs it. Those were two guys that were given some heavy rubs as of late, Kurt Angle and John Cena, but Solo Sikoa is even given the John Cena rub. So you're going to do it for, I don't like that at all. And I'm a Gunther guy again. He shouldn't be in this tournament. He's coming back and he's automatically in the John Cena tournament. Why?
Why was his name even in there? He's been gone for months.
The only reason I could think of is they want that dream match, so to speak. They don't want to have we never had this, Yeah,
but whose dream match is this? It's not mine. I never thought, oh my God, I got to see Gunther and Cena.
The Gunther sycophants. Like, that's who wants it.
Yeah.
Or maybe, I think WWE, obviously they want it, but the Triple H's and the things like that, they're thinking, well, we can get this now, because they look at Gunther as top 5 in their business, so they're going to have to, not have to, but they want to make more of him. And if it even puts him up on a higher pedestal, maybe top 3 or top 2, and then that's what they're going to do. I think it's the money. They see money with Gunther, and they're going to push him with Cena. If that even happens, who knows? Watch him not even win the tournament somehow.
That'd be great.
Holding out for it.
I want it to be a surprise.
He needs another loss.
Humble the motherfucker. Like, let's go.
I agree. Humble that motherfucker.
Only by cheating. I'll accept it though. Gunther, the only man with a smaller move set than Cena himself. Chop, 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 power bomb.
Don't forget the big boot.
Yeah.
But it looks real. I mean, realer, we'll say.
Realer.
And it's been less realer from Gunther as of late. He's really calmed down since his NXT UK days. He was to everybody's chest were like hamburger meat.
They all look like Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, now.
Jesus.
So it caved in. As Cena with the IC title is like sticking a chopstick in the tip of your pecker. Oh my God.
Wow.
YouTube
That
TOS.
No.
Yeah.
Holy hell. Kind of shit are you into?
I feel that pain right now for some reason.
Yeah. God.
Dude, I'm never reading you anything you write again.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's disgusting.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And they had to give him the grand slam there, Ian. They had to. Even though
You knew that was coming.
Even though the Miz did it better, Sleaze.
Well, yeah. Disappointed by the Miz losing. Like, I was really like pissed off. You got one of the biggest rivals that he's had, and he fucking loses in the first round to friggin' Jey Uso.
Yep.
Give me a break.
It's corporate. This is the corporate world now, Sleaze. It's the corporate TKO version. They're not going for the old decades-old stories, and and then they can go back and pull back from all that. They don't give a fuck about the past.
They don't care about legacy. Nothing.
They care about like the Hall of Fame matches now, so they can have Triple H show everybody up with Stone Cold and Bret Hart and these huge names on the screen, on the stage or whatever. That's how I see that. Right. I see the optics of a lot of this, Jess. Right. I understand what's going on. You look at this. What if I wasn't telling the truth? And he's probably not even in here. Triple H, where are you? All right. I don't have him today with the money. He likes to hold on to that money and grin. Instead, I'll show you boy who blocks Dr. Huge.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
HB nose hairs.
Holy shit.
How dare you block me on Twitter? Tell Triple H. Or Triple H, you tell him, unblock me, and I'll get back to you later when I find that picture.
Have him unblock him, and you're allowed back in the show, Trips.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll allow you to watch this. Which, now that we're talking about Triple H, there is some Triple H news lately. Of course, there's always, he sucks, he's great, WWE's on fire, it sucks. Yeah, all that stuff that's all fun to talk about. But what's even more funner is when what's so funny?
What? Continue.
Who was talking that shit about him? Hold on. A couple people talking shit about Triple H. Let me get my notes.
Oh God.
Wrinkle my notes.
MVP because he doesn't shut the fuck up about it.
That's right. MVP.
Oh, God. God.
I didn't even need to know any context because just
yep,
shush.
Again. He basically was saying, since I can't find it, I have so many notes this week, but MVP was like, he's a scumbag. They don't know the old Triple H. And like they're talking about the wrestlers and the younger wrestlers. And because, it was brought to him that he's changed. And that whole Randy Orton, everybody's changed. Everybody's found Christ and stuff. Sleaze. I don't buy a lot of that. I get it. Some people can grow up and things, but overall, if you're like really disrespecting people and violating people in business or in personal life or whatever,
or being a racist, that's his big thing.
That is a thing,
allegedly.
I mean, it was a different time, right? But
right.
I like to see all sides of this. But then again, the business, it was. If you don't think the business was racist, even and probably still is to a certain extent, we're all the black superstars, right? And I'm not one of these guys like, you gotta have this and you gotta have that. You let the cream rise to the top, but they clearly don't do that. We know they don't do that. They have their guys and their girls, and they just happen to just not be black guys and girls. Well, Bianca Belair, I'll give them that. And Naomi, they don't mind it with women, but black dudes. And this brings me to Montez Ford. I heard he's getting another solo run, possibly because he's sitting in the big chair, and they did a little, whatever they did with that. And I don't see it working again. Unless it's something very specific. If it's just another black guy in a suit, get the fuck out of here. That's what I think about that. Okay. We got to really create some characters for people. or else he's going to go right back to the Street Profits, and they're going to be on the low card.
They need to really start putting some stuff behind Obafemi, because that's about the closest like superstar in the next couple of years of that denomination, if you will, that they could really make money off of. I think, in my personal expert opinion.
Can't have him in the John Cena tournament, though.
No.
I heard he's not going to be in it now.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Be great, but
yep, we need Gunther instead.
yeah. Good.
Yep. Everybody seems to really like him. Do you guys remember they did give him a solo run a few years back, and it just didn't go anywhere because it was like, well, it's Montez Ford now by himself. It's like, okay.
Yeah, there was no real thought process to it, so it wasn't very interesting.
So what is wrong with their creative? I mean, we can go on for days about that. Anyway, back to the Cena tournament. I don't even want to talk about that. It's just so upsetting. And next week on SmackDown, we have Penta versus Finn in the Cena tournament. I mean, neither one of these guys are winning this tournament. Penta, he's cool. I liked him from the Lucha Underground days, even. But all right, I've liked him better lately since he's been with Judgment Day and be acting more heelish. He makes that Popeye face when he gets real mad. and what else we got here? Carmelo versus Bronson Reed. Two other guys that aren't winning this tournament.
Yeah, no.
One in the Vision. I mean, it makes sense for him to be in it. Makes sense for Carmelo to be in it. But, I mean, we don't need to watch it because we already know what the outcome is going to be eventually, and that's why they have to keep this shit hush-hush. Can we talk about this? What's your take, Jess, on WWE just giving up everything in the business, telling everybody what they're doing backstage, doing shows about it, and all these rumors and that happen to be true most of the time now?
Yeah.
I mean, I think I don't have a problem with it. Like, they're not doing it just up front, right? It's not like after SmackDown you watch like or before SmackDown you watch like how they're putting the show together. Like for somebody who was interested in being a wrestler, I like seeing the behind the scenes type stuff. It's very interesting to me. So it's not for everyone. You don't have to watch it, right? No one's putting a gun to your head telling you to turn Netflix on. Spoilers.
TTOS.
For spoilers and stuff, like I think that sometimes they strategically drop some things, but it's probably something that was already going to spill anyway. But outside of that, like I don't want things spoiled because then you hear people who complain about it being so predictable, but then they're the ones online reposting spoilers. So I had to like mute somebody the other day because he keeps posting fucking spoilers, and I'm just like, I don't want to see them. Like, stop.
Yeah, we love that
annoying
button over here.
Mm-hmm.
Shawn Michaels loves the block button. Damn you, Shawn Michaels. That is always gonna doesn't make me mad, okay, Shawn? I'm not even mad about it. Just makes me upset. All right. My favorite wrestler is gonna block me on Twitter. If I ever knew that 20-something years ago, whatever, when you were doing your thing, you know what I would have done? Nothing. I don't know. I don't know what
Cried.
Another one, Dr. Hughes.
Yeah. I would do nothing because there wasn't Twitter. I'd have just sat in my room.
Yeah, that's right. Played with my Shawn Michaels toys. Anyway, HB Nose Hairs. Shout out to you one last time. I don't know why I have that picture in here, but I'm showing it. And let's just get one thing clear out here with Ian in the chat.
Oh, God.
You like this face? You like that hair? Do you like that face? You like the frat boy gimmick? You like that? All right.
He's dumb looking.
Most people do. I don't know why. Every time I look at any comment that has thread that has anything to do with Pat McAfee, it's like, he's great. Oh man, he's so funny and he's so fun. And it just makes me mad. Every time I see it, I get mad.
Yeah.
I will get mad about that. Shawn Michaels, you love that face. Oh,
these kids don't know shit nowadays.
Yep.
That's not funny. He's not funny.
All right. Well,
God.
Hey, I'm a man of the people. If this is what everybody wants, I do have another. Remember the picture, the animated picture, not the drawn picture of him, the bigger
Yes.
head.
Yeah.
His head has got to be at least 80 pounds, like The Rock used to say.
So heavy.
That's an 80-pound head right there, folks. So, anyway, enough of that. I never bring up Pat McAfee, by the way, Jess.
Definitely not. This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Yeah. Thank God.
I'm not falling for it. Everybody else can fall for it. They were all mad at him last week because he had Trump on his show.
Oh, God.
You know, so stupid. Like, you're going to be mad at him for that? You're not going to be mad at him for taking 1 million pictures like this? You're going to get mad about having the president on Veterans Day. Not because of this, not because he's worked his way into your wrestling and he's like one of the worst announcers I've ever heard in my life. Not because of that.
Yeah. Okay. Not because of his horrible voice.
Mm-hmm.
That's like
bad voice,
fingernails,
bad head.
Yeah.
Probably handsome. I don't know, but bad. The head is just way too big for my liking.
Yeah.
You got to be real smart if you're going to have a head that big. And I don't think, from what he's showing me, not very smart.
No. Dipshit.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, to not like him because he has guests. That's the president. What are you going to tell the president? No, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Can't have you on today during Veterans Day. We don't do that playing football, right? Which is like a military sport. Got it.
Everybody's just finding anything to complain about. And then once one person does it, another person goes, yeah, they're right. I'm going to bitch too. And then I'm going to bitch too. And then all of a sudden it's a big thing. And it's like, you just had the president on. Who cares? Like, get a life. Fuck, don't watch it.
Yeah.
You know?
In the meantime, we're going to celebrate Jonathan Cena here, who loves the military, probably loves Trump. He would say that one way or another anyway. The man speaks Chinese and Mandarin. I can't get over that.
Yeah.
Fluently.
Yeah. Amazing.
Business. That's some baby eating levels. That's what I think. Did you hear there was a clip? Roseanne was out here this week, and I get it. Roseanne, everybody looks at her. She's a crazy old lady, right? But she's out here going with Tucker Carlson on stage and screaming, they're eating babies. They love the taste of flesh and blood. And they're vampires. And don't look at me like that, Tucker. You know, it's like, hey, man, the reason why it's funny to me, we gotta laugh about these things sometimes. Or else we're going to cry and cringe because it's they're eating babies out there. I'm with Roseanne. I think that's true.
Yeah. We've been saying it for almost a decade, you know?
But do you believe they're vampires? That's like
no, the vampire thing. I don't know. Cannibals, yes.
Think about
that's the crazy part.
I think there's a stat when it comes to movies made all time, and there's more vampire movies than anything else. And then you got to just, the levels to this. So are they vampires in the Hollywood sense? Probably not, right? Turning into bats and garlic and all these things. But are they eating people? And I want to say it again, YouTube TOS, in a boxing ring is what I'm talking about.
Yep.
And watch out for them, Jess. You might have some vampires lurking around you as we speak, who you never know.
It's not chicken fingers, it's baby fingers for these people. Yes.
No, the fingers fall out of the mouth.
Nom, nom.
While you're laughing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep. Facts, everybody. True
baby
story.
Back ribs. Yes.
Oh boy, I don't know how I got there. I guess the John Cena tournament and him being in the Illuminati and reptilians and things.
Right.
Maybe because of that.
Yes.
Yep. Who gets to do the Grand Slam and not be able to do that, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Anybody else hit that Grand Slam in the WWE that you guys know of?
It's been a few.
Miz.
Well, we know that, Jess. I mean, come on. You're just fucking with us now. Hulk Gamer HQ. Hello, everyone. I have a friend that looks like Roman Reigns. WWE Raw. Pretty cool. That is pretty cool. He must
That is pretty cool.
all the time.
Yes.
Get all that poontang shrapnel. Shout out to you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you to everybody that subscribes and likes and hits all the buttons. We need it over here. Hit the buttons, hit the likes, share it out to your peoples. Watch this later. Pleasure yourself to this later. Do whatever you want.
Don't do that.
Take a shower and listen, but keep your phone low so it doesn't get in the steam. You understand? All that stuff.
Yeah. Lather yourself up and enjoy. That was fucking creepy.
The sweet rascal talk. News and notes.
Ugh. Yep.
I don't know why I'm showing that.
That was basically my face the whole time you were talking.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're freestyling the show for a second. All right, back to let's get back to the main topic, which isn't even really a main topic. It's just it's one of the topics I have. This blood and guts with AEW, bleeding and wrestling, the cutting, the blading. I need you guys' takes on, is it necessary? What kind of style of it do you like? Hulk Hogan said he would just take it and go right across the whole top of the forehead, but that was old school, the Abdullah the Butchers that I grew up on. Nobody bled more than that guy. And yeah, what's your take on all this, especially with AEW?
Like, there's a time and a place for it, and I think the women's match, there was no need for that, at least in that spot, right? Like, save it for something that's like impactful, and then you're like, oh my god, she's bleeding, right? I think people look too hard at like the Becky Lynch when she became the man, and it's like, that was real. She got punched in the nose and was like bleeding, but it was like, it was so badass, right? Because it was just like, oh my god, like that happened. So I feel like everyone tries to like relive that now, and it's just like, well, that wasn't, your head went into the cage. That wasn't badass. Like, you're in a cage match, like you kind of expect that to happen. It wasn't like a big spot. So like, I like it. Well, one, if it happens organically, it happens. But if you're gonna blade, like, do it for something that like actually matters.
Well, Danny says it all the time, and I agree with him 100%. Less is more. The more you watch this program, and it includes Dynamite Collision, their PLEs, they do this stuff every single show, multiple times. So it's very repetitive. If you do it when it means something, then that's a lot different. But they do it every single time you watch this product.
Yeah.
I'll play devil's advocate, because what if they think, like, again, I've seen it all. I've seen it all through the years. There's not enough blood that will make me go, oh, wow, this is new. So I think maybe for them, that's the reason why it's so repetitive with what they're doing, as far as just giving you all this blood and guts. They literally call it blood and guts.
Blood and guts, yeah. So,
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of that's their reasoning, is they have sicko fans. Many of them, some of them, I won't say all, of course, not all of anything. I don't want to generalize, but I've heard of at least one that keeps people in his basement. Right? I think I did a story on that weeks back. So they're sickos. They're nuts. They want all the, which, okay, if that's what that's for, let's lean into it even more. Why not? Why? Because if you're going to do this during a ladies match, then just become the horror, CZW, and you guys have heard of that. I think that's a New Jersey-based indie promotion, Jess.
Yeah.
CZW? That's where Dean Ambrose came from. And that's right.
Yeah. Like what
makes sense.
Jason Voorhees. Where is he? You around here today? You know, I had to reset. I had to reset everything. That's not even a lot of blood compared to the Sky Blue the other day. You did the old John Cena, like Scarlet Mask and all this. Craziness.
Well, when WWE does it, it's like, oh, okay, it was a spot in the show and made sense. And it's like, when you see AEW do it, it's like the wrestlers are like, boom, oh, look what I did. It doesn't mean shit. Like, oh, look how much blood I have. It's very infantile in the booking, you know?
Ian says, and before you say that's extreme, Mox literally has said in the past, I'm willing to die to make this match good. Yep.
That's a problem. That's a mental issue.
Yeah, that's concerning.
Yeah.
Which means
it's a family show, though. They keep saying that. You know, it's
Somebody
for families.
Said it right before. It was like, oh, go to Blood and Guts. It's like, oh, we're only like $27 a ticket. Bring your family.
Yeah.
Who the hell wants to have their kid watch that?
No.
I don't know. That's got to be a work, right?
From Moxley?
Yeah, he can't be.
No, he means everything he says because he's an idiot. So
I love black guys.
Oh, I still like you too.
I forgot about that one.
It's such good shit.
You remember that?
Yeah.
You remember the It's Such Good Shit era, Jess? That was around the time where Vince wanted Dean Ambrose to carry around a pooper scooper. And he was like, it'll be such good shit, pal.
It's such good shit.
I wish I pulled the other clips. I got to pull more Mox clips if we're going to talk about him every week. It's amazing. That was an amazing stuff for that whole thing where he's like pretending to be Vince McMahon. But Vince is gone. And I'm telling you guys, it's in the cards in the future. He will be Dean Ambrose again, just like Matt Cardona was Zack Ryder this week. What are you going to go back to being Matt Cardona in the Indies? Yep, got it. I hate this stuff now. I would anybody like you're doing it. I am so flustered by pro wrestling. It was so simple before, right?
Yeah,
Make it as real as possible. Do what you're gonna do. He's gonna come back as Zack. I get why he's Matt Cardona in the Indies. He doesn't own Zack Ryder, but we're gonna in our minds. If you're in WWE, you're this. If you're over here, you're that. That's so fucking stupid. That's some new type wrestling things. That's one of the things I'm not into.
Yeah, that gimmick is so dated too. You know, the whole bro thing. So I was surprised, but I wasn't when he came out and they had the Zack Ryder logo and all that stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, it makes sense because they own the property. But I would think that backstage they'd be like, this is really 2010. You know what I mean? Like,
because to me, and even if I was a teenager, I'd see through all this stuff all the time. I would just go, oh, they want to just sell merch, you know, like that's really what this is about. You know, he can't play, which takes me out of it again because I'm like, oh, this is he's Zack Ryder now. I just watched him wrestle Karrion Kross last week, or I'm still calling him Karrion Kross. He's Killer Kross now, right? So you know, I just don't like this stuff the way it's going. And
it'd be dumb for Jon Moxley to build the Jon Moxley name back up. And if he does come back, to go back to Dean Ambrose. Like that's stupid. That's really dumb.
Yep. Moxley is a better name too. Dean Ambrose never sat well with me.
No, it's very, very fake. Very fake name.
Yeah. But to keep up with our little sicko segment, they love the blood, they love the guts. But, you know, there are some sickos in the WWE, too. Remember, a lot of these fans are a little weird. And they do.
They're all weird.
Did you hear the story?
Not me, though.
Duke from...
Not you.
Duke, I think his name is Duke Does Wrestling. Or, you know, he follows me on Twitter for many years. Shout out to you. But he had Devon Dudley on. And Devon told him a story. Remember the Asian man from Canada that went to try to meet up with Liv Morgan.
Oh, that guy.
At her house. he was texting with or in chat with Devon Dudley before that, trying to get a meetup with her, and he was acting very weird. Devon Dudley, of all people, how does that make any sense?
Yeah, like, why are you contacting him?
I think maybe because it's the only WWE person he was actually communicating with, even through a chat or whatever. So he's acting weird with him. So he blocked him, and then he got in touch with him on another app and kept going, hey, I'm going to marry her, and this is happening. And he was like really meaning it. And Devon's like, I guess he had alerted somebody else, like, you might want to like get her some extra security or something. This guy is acting really weird. So that's just Devon Dudley, of all people. He just keeps popping up in the news too. Right? First, JR's racist. Now he's getting calls from stalker fans to, can you get in touch with Liv Morgan for me, Devon? What? Devon, get the Liv Morgan.
Yeah, these old guys coming out lately, it's like CTEs are real. It's like a lot of shit coming out of their mouth. It's like, God, got a lot of brain trauma. Fucking Rikishi, Jesus.
Well,
MVP.
Everybody's got a podcast now, Sleaze. This is what I'm talking about. It's not the old days where we were like literally begging people in our personal lives to go, hey, this is what everybody's going to be doing soon, and we're trying to get everybody involved with this to pump it up as big as it is before we get there, because now it's just a shitload of noise, and most of it is bad. Jess, do you listen to podcasts ever?
No.
I'll tell you that I think what's going on with a lot of audio listeners and people that like streams and things, it's a lot of I know I got into radio 20 years old. About once you start like working and you get hooked on a show, like listening at work, that's how I got with Howard Stern. I started listening to him about 1920 when I'm like working, and I'm like, this show's fucking amazing. I can put this on and pretty much do anything and be entertained. So that's the origin story, everybody. But I don't even know my point with all this. I'm having a brain fart today. Late night in Arc Raiders, everybody. Shooting me.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but anyway.
They get it. You
get it? You get what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah, they get it.
Justin says, I don't need to watch it when I got this every week. Exactly. Right. I'm not missing a single thing. Nope. We tell you, if it's important, well, I'll tell you. And a lot of this stuff is not important.
Yeah. Like a lot of it stinks,
Cargill last night. I'll bring it up anyway to show you how unimportant this is, that the women's champion of SmackDown went out there and she's just beating up jabronis, Meechin and B-Fab, in a sloppy match. That's just from the highlights I've seen. And yep. Now she's going to take on Meechin. Got it. You're going to beat up all the, Jabron Malones. And that's what you got with that. There's really nothing else to talk about there. Unless we're going to really dig in and like shit on them, which I don't plan to do. Right? Because I'm a great guy. I'm a nice guy. I would never do that.
Right. Excellent guy. Why is Meechin part of any kind of like Jade Cargill shit right now? Like, really? Wow.
Because they're trying to make Jade look good by squashing these girls.
Nobodies that are never on TV. Good.
And hey, they get TV time, but they get to beat up they get to get beaten up and then console each other after you just been beaten up by Jade.
Right.
Looks the part. Jade really does look the part. It's not good, Jade. Sorry.
No.
Hello, Jamaican too. First Jamaican champion, right, Sleaze?
Right.
And then everybody was looking at Kofi Kingston. He's like, yeah, I wasn't the one. So.
Didn't you have an accent before?
Yeah. How about Apollo Crews? That accent was even better. He had the African accent.
Yeah, it was good. It's
Did
really
you miss
good.
that period, Jess?
Yeah, but I've seen some stuff.
You know, it was I didn't mind it at all. They really wanted to do that. Was actually his best character, because other than that, he's just Apollo Crews, the guy that comes out and smiles.
Yeah.
And
Great
what
command.
about Logan Paul? I got Logan Paul in a promo edit last night. Did another one, folks. Check the channel, go to the videos. It's all there. I got a playlist. They say all the wackiest things. Last week it was meth. This week it's crack. That's what the topic is. Not me. I didn't say it. They did.
Yeah. Can't blame him.
Mm-hmm. I would never try to push crack or make it seem like it's cool to the kids or meth. Becky Lynch, how dare you?
I don't think I've ever heard anybody say, kids, crack is cool.
Mm-hmm. Logan Paul kind of does. He insinuates it.
Wow.
So YouTube TOS in a boxing ring.
Right.
Of course. Always.
Allegedly. Supposedly.
So, yep. What else happened? Oh, Logan Paul. We want to talk about him, right? Logan Paul. This guy. He comes out. What happened with him, Jess, last night? You've seen this.
Yeah, they came out at the end and interrupted the Cody's match as usual. I feel like he's got a lot of DQs, unfortunately.
Reed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say, Logan took a hit for Drew, so that's like his buddy now.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Which I'm all about. I'm all about that. Two douchebags together.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, they teamed up SummerSlam. Now they're friends.
Yep. Buddies. Great.
Drew joined the bad guy team in the last War Games, right?
Yeah.
He's been bad for a while.
Yeah. He has been.
My favorite wrestler at the moment.
Not a good guy.
I would say the number one wrestler for Cody Rhodes ain't it. Cody Rhodes stinks.
Yeah.
I like Cody when he was, chasing the title, right? That was obviously very exciting. And, you wanted someone to finally take Roman down. But yeah, I don't know. He's too good.
Yeah.
And then he does little heelish stuff, but then all his fans if you point out oh my God, Cody cheated to win that match. Yeah, but everyone does that. It's let him have something that's not just I kiss babies.
Right.
It's boring. I don't like super overly good people. I want bad people or a little bit of normalcy. Everyone has something, some level of bad in them. Just let him have it. No, that was different.
He even had a line about that, didn't he? Good guys, they're not me, or what is something like that, where he's telling the audience, I'm the good guy and I'm the champion, and that's how it should be. Which, I'm more of a chase guy. Let the villain have it. Then builds the baby face. They get over. They lose it within 6 months. Is good. But now Cody Rhodes just had this thing forever. I know he dropped it to Cena there for a minute, but that fucking sucked.
It's the shits.
Worst. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, worst heel turn ever. I wouldn't say the actual heel turn was bad. It ain't no Hogan NWO, brother. That's for sure. Not
no.
You remember people comparing it to that? Get out of here with that. And I like Cena. I'm not a hater or whatever, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the MVP thing. I brushed that off. Not like we have to talk about that, but I wanted to make a point. So MVP can't stand him. Booker T loves him. So Booker T was praising creative, and creative is really Triple H. So, yeah. And he didn't like the brother. Remember, I love that picture that he has with Hogan in the background. He's got this face yeah. So
he's got that face every time I make when we talk about John Moxley.
Which brings me to D'Lo Brown. Speaking of the brothers a little bit more, D'Lo Brown is saying that he wants a little more respect on the Nation of Domination's name, and that they should be in the Hall of Fame. And I agree with him.
Why?
I think they were big enough. They were big enough.
They were, but they wouldn't have even been as big if it wasn't for The Rock, in my opinion. So I think
Rock was in it.
Yeah, I know. I was there. But I don't see them as a Hall of Fame group. My opinion, I just don't see it.
Wow. Jess, you remember the Nation of Domination.
Yeah. I don't know. I get like yes and no. I do think like they have more notoriety because that's basically the Rock's start, right? So
right.
I don't know. I like
D'Lo had the European. Farouk, I mean, we all know in real life is Ron Simmons from WCW, champ over there. You get the Godfather, my boy, Charlie. He was in the group. Owen Hart was in the group. R.I.P. Owen Hart over here.
Rest in peace.
Did I mention D'Lo Brown had the European Championship? I did.
But you got to think about like the great factions, like the Four Horsemen, DX, NWO.
That's not.
I don't think they're on that
work.
Yeah, but they're not on that level, and they don't have enough pull backstage. That's as a collective. Besides, if The Rock wants to, get off his own penis and say, "Hey, we should put my old group in," it's not going to happen. I don't even think he believes they should be in.
Because what other group has The Rock been in? I mean,
Rock and Sock Connection.
Rock and Sock Connection.
The best.
The corporation.
And
yes.
And he was in the corporation for a little bit too.
Yeah.
I say put the corporation in the Hall of Fame. I think they carried a lot of shows back in the day. And I know the Nation of Domination was more mid-card, but they had moments, of course. Like I said, they got The Rock and they got Owen Hart and things. So, and Mark Henry was in it too. Future. Yeah. I didn't even think of Mark Henry.
Yeah.
And they had that little white guy, remember, for a few. No, that was DX that brought out, and then he was playing Owen Hart with the big nose.
Now that was great.
Yes.
Yeah.
All those skits were great. I don't even care if they were super racist. They were racist on both sides. So, yeah. And a fun fact from Justin, Logan can probably fight and beat over half of the male talent. How dare you say that? And I'll tell you that. Kid was an actual wrestler, and he's got size. Irony, because he loves to actually fight 70-year-old veterans' ass. Yep. We don't like Jake or Logan Paul around here. Jake Paul was supposed to fight Tank. I can't remember. Gervonta, I believe, something. I don't even keep up with boxing, but he's like one of the top boxers going right now. And Jake Paul signed a deal, had a thing going, and then they had a press conference a little while back. And in this press conference, Tank was feeling disrespected, and then started asking for bigger bets, bigger side bets, because I think he made up his mind during the press conference, I'm really going to fuck this guy up. And he kept mentioning scripts, and you think I'm going to go by the script? I'm going to beat your ass. Very shortly after, the match was no more. They said, we're not doing it. We're all set. So, good job, Jake Paul.
Sorry, he mentioned it's scripted. That's why.
Well, that,
yeah, that'll do her.
Mm-hmm. So I just who doesn't know that this is all a work? Everything is pretty much a work.
Everything.
Yep.
They just crack down on all this illegal betting, and like more stuff is coming out, and different people are getting arrested in different states now. It's crazy.
Yeah,
no shit.
A lot of even like just random. I mean, because it's crazy. It's legal through all the apps and everything, and everybody's plugging gambling. I walked by the store, turning channels the other day. Family Feud is on, and in the bottom left corner it says MGM Bet. And on Family Feud.
I knew Family Feud was fixed. I knew it. Been saying it for years.
Bet on which family's gonna win.
Right.
Ian
Jeez.
says, Dr. Huge, I don't want to know how this stuff works backstage. Exactly. Also, Dr. Huge, you know that's not how the Hall of Fame works. Well, I mean, I'm smart, you know?
Right. Professional.
Yep.
Analyst.
I don't want to know, but I do. Kind of like with
Right.
real life stuff, too. I don't really want to know this stuff, but I just know it. And everybody
Yeah.
thinks I'm crazy because I know it. I don't believe a whole lot of stuff. I don't believe anything, really. But I do know something.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I still think Seth Rollins is faking. You know,
Yeah.
so.
Can show up at
No.
War Games.
Yep.
He faked and then
Some
got beat up
crutches.
by his own team.
Uh,
How about this for a story? Sean Spears, you guys know of him. Remember the Perfect 10?
yeah.
Yeah, he's in the Culling now in NXT. My favorite faction of all of NXT the past year or so. Tatum Paxley
Yeah.
is the champ of that team.
Mhm.
Izzy Dame dating Braun Breaker has just told me, and super fine. And also the guy with the mohawk who looks intimidating. Good job, keep it up.
Yeah.
But Sean Spears posted earlier this week a picture that read, "The man watching from the stands should never speak ill of the man fighting in the arena."
Ooh.
Ooh.
What?
Deep stuff.
It is.
What do you think?
I think I might.
Should you ever be able to speak ill? What if you are thumbs downing and you don't like them and they're a bad guy?
You can't do that. Sean Spears just said it. You can't. You just got to sit there and just.
Applause only.
Right.
Wasn't it?
The fuck are these people talking about? Shut up. Jesus.
And Sean Spears, if you didn't know, married to Peyton Royce.
Yeah.
Remember her?
Mm-hmm. I remember.
She's in another tag team. I'm not going to remember all these names. I don't even know her name now. And she doesn't even look like Peyton Royce anymore.
No, that's weird. What did she do?
And her partner doesn't look like herself either.
No. I'm not saying it's bad, but what happened?
Maybe the
They're not-
reptilians replaced her
Right.
with a clone. or something?
Maybe, just maybe, they started eating babies.
Could be.
Could be the reason.
Dana Brooke, she's retiring.
Yeah.
Ash by Elegance, I know that. And you guys remember, I'm sure, all the old timers. She was Charlotte's protege, and
Right.
Charlotte took her under her wing and buried her. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
Because Charlotte was burying everybody at that time. That's it. Hey, I still think Charlotte, in my book, #1 wrestler all time.
No, that's Becky Lynch. Bleacher Report and Sports Illustrated.
Listen, if it wasn't for Nia Jax punching her square in the face when she wasn't supposed to,
Right.
we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. Right, Jess? You even spoke of it earlier. That was all Nia Jax. That wasn't anything Becky Lynch did. Thank you, Nia
Right.
Jax. I hope she said thank you to her after. It's a cut of her merch. That was her work. Remember the face breaker gimmick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing too, she married Seth Rollins. So I mean, that was a thing.
That helps.
That helps.
I mean, she's good sometimes on the mic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can never buy. I used to rant about the man the same way I rant about Pat McAfee. But she because she looks like she's physically a woman. She's not very athletic is what I'm trying to say. So when she's in here with these huge bitches and she's like keeping up with them or whatever, I can't, it's hard for me to believe that. And then she's going around, especially in that period, just where she's like dope slapping John Cena and fucking, oh, you Hulk Hogan. She slaps his hat off his head. I'm like, I'm like thinking to myself, this is crazy. Like, you know,
there's women out there like that. Like some girl the other day, just this guy had sunglasses on. He was just like clearly looking for, we were waiting for the light rail and it was late. So he's like, just kind of looking around. She decided he was staring at her. So she's like, you got a problem? And like, she's like shorter than me, right? Like not very tall, small little girl. And he's just like, what? And then like the light rail started coming. So he couldn't even hear her. So it became like even more embarrassing. And then like he was just like, no, I wasn't staring at you. She's like, oh, okay. But she was like stepping up to this guy. And I was like, so there are girls out there that, they got that little.
It's obnoxious. It's like the little, like having a big bully and the little friend of his behind him going, yeah, get him. Because they're not fighting anybody. They may start swinging and all this stuff, but nothing's going to happen unless the guy does something about it, pushes her away, and then you got like the white knights out here. Never know who they are, and they'll come out and just try to sucker punch you. Then it starts a whole thing when it was really nothing. Yeah. It's just like, it's so obnoxious. Yeah, you're gonna go beat up the world, everybody. Nope.
And a lot of women do that. And I'm gonna try to say this so nobody gets offended. But
Jess, you mean?
No, Jess especially. She's not that type of woman, but there are women out there that believe that they can do these things and these guys aren't going to retaliate. You know what I mean? So it's a big surprise when a woman's smacking the shit out of somebody and the guy just clocks her in the mouth, because it's annoying. I sort of like the videos that I see of, again, where there is retribution for these types of actions.
The best one I can think of is the guy on the train that did the big slap right on their face. Like, didn't slap her on the side of the face, like slap, and it made like a crack sound, like whack. And but she was like, he was a huge dude wearing an 8-ball jacket. Them old, like first of all, if you see a guy wearing a fucking a leather coat from the 90s, that's stay away from him. Okay.
Yeah, don't do it.
Especially if he's like 6'7". A guy looks like he's playing power forward in the NBA, and these 3 black chicks are just like slapping at him, and one of them starts like whacking at his head, and finally he turns around and does didn't a punch, just went whack right in the face perfectly, and then everything erupted because then everybody jumps in because it's like, how dare you? Not how dare she hit you a bunch of times, and slap you in the head, and got it.
I even like those videos on Twitter where it's like, oh, a bully gets what he has coming, and it's a kid that's picking on another kid. And usually it's smaller and stuff, and he thinks he can push him around. Then the little kid beats the shit out of him. I love that stuff.
It's just karma vids.
Right, right. Don't fuck around.
That's the thing. I've told people I've even been with in the past, the Sleaze knows this. I would always, like, one of my first speeches would be, if, we're going to be, like, together, just know this. I will never touch you like that. You won't even have to worry about that. You could do, you can do anything outside of physically harming me, and I won't do nothing about it. But do not put your hands on me, because I don't know what's gonna. I'm not saying I would do anything, but I don't know what's gonna happen.
In the heat of the moment, you don't know what's gonna happen. What I mean?
So you better just not touch me. And if I'm freaking out, which I rarely do, I've never had a freak out. I've never had really an argument in any of my long relationships. But I just never, and it never occurred. It's none of this has ever happened to me. So but I do know, me and the Sleaze, we know a lot of people where their girlfriends and wives were like chasing them with knives and shit. It's like, how do you even let it get to that point? I'm telling you, do the speech beforehand. It works out way better. Nobody tries anything. They're like, I don't know what he'll do if I get out of line, so I'm just gonna,
Well, you know what it is? It's an animal instinct that kicks in. You know what I mean? If you're backed into a corner, you don't know what's going to happen. You just react because it's a survival thing in the back of your skull. So it's when these people think that they can go up and bully people or slap people, and you don't know what's coming, you know? And most of the time you deserve it.
And that's why it's even more disgusting, of course, when it comes from a man, because it's like, you're obviously stronger. You're going to strong arm your way through this relationship. It's like, crazy.
Right.
so it's just that's now that's like the height of stupidity, but also is like thinking you're going to beat up. There was a UFC lady fighter we talked about, I think, a couple months ago that it was in wrestling, the one that's with Moxley. What's her name?
I know her.
Marina or whatever the fuck her name
Yeah,
is.
Shaper.
I think it was her. She was talking about how she had a job, or it was somebody in that used to do mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it was her if it wasn't, but she said she got into a fist fight with a large man, a heavyweight that was a chef. You don't have to be a professional fighter to toss one of these little girls around. It's just like, what are they thinking? She really thought, she even said herself, I really thought I could take this guy. Called off and I guess like clocked him and he went, oh, we're going, you know, like she's throwing. So don't everybody, man, woman, child, don't touch anybody.
Yeah, don't touch me, you know?
That's it. Just don't even touch. Use your words.
Yeah. I got personal space like everybody should. You know, don't get in my shit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, these are all. Why are we even saying this in the year 2025? But you know what? This stuff happens more than ever. It seems like everything that's stupid happens so much. Yep. Yeah.
Well, these people they don't think it's going to happen, and it happens. So it's their own fault 98% of the time.
I blame Sean Spears in his posts.
Yeah.
Just
don't put your hands on me, Sean Spears.
That's right.
Fuck you up. Supposedly. In a YouTube thing.
So we talked about this. We talked about that. I got a few more things here. Yeah. Oh, what about Tomatonga going at Sami Zayn online?
Ooh.
He deleted all his tweets.
No, he did.
Yeah.
He did?
Yes, he did. And he deleted extra ones, that motherfucker.
Oh, man. Tama, come on.
I think you put something up, Jess, and I'm like, oh, I got to check this out. And then I'm like, there's nothing here.
Yeah, because he fucking, I knew, I woke up at like 4 a.m. and I was like, I bet you that motherfucker tweeted, so I need to go screenshot it before he deletes it. And then he said he was gonna delete it 8 hours later, and I can guarantee you, so I didn't bitch. He caught me the last time he did that. And yeah, so I don't know why. I don't know if WWE has like, a policy or whatever, but it's not that big of a deal. Like,
no.
Keep them up. Stop deleting your fucking tweets, Tama.
Yeah.
Yep. The MFTs are going to be taking on Sami Zayn. He's got his pack of mid-carders with him. He's got Shinsuke, right? I think was in there. The Motor City Machine Guns. Am I missing anybody else?
Ray Phoenix.
Ray Phoenix. Yep. The Penta of SmackDown.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. They have similar
Penta
entrances, songs, the whole deal. Even I like Ray Phoenix's style better. How about that?
Yeah, it's a little crisper. I must admit.
And the double bass in the songs, especially.
I don't know why we've said it before. I don't know why they don't put them together. The two brothers. And
I think
do something.
So I had heard, and this is all speculation. I don't know. Originally, before Tony Khan sunk his claws into Ray Phoenix and wouldn't let him leave, they were going to go as a pair to like SmackDown or wherever, and the Motor City Machine Guns were actually going to go to NXT and kind of do more like a mentoring role down there. But then Tony Khan happened, so Motor City were the ones who went to SmackDown instead, and then they were able to get Penta, and so they wanted to just kind of present him on his own because they weren't really sure when Ray was going to come, and I think they kind of wanted to keep that separate because Penta is getting good pop and being presented pretty well as a single star, but eventually that they'll like come back together.
Yeah. Makes sense. It does. They're a phenomenal tag team,
And people are going to love it when they come back as a tag team together.
Hell yeah.
They've had time apart. I knew that. I thought this was going to last about this time. I would be surprised by early next year if they didn't just jump right into that. Because
you think about it too, is they're separate. They have their own brands. You know what I mean? If they're talking about merch, it's a fucking no-brainer because you get the Phoenix separate merch, you get the Penta separate, and then you get the Lucha Bros or whatever they're going to call them.
Which I just want to point out, Tony Khan never made, for either of them, a mask to sell. Like, that guy does not know how to fucking do merch.
Doesn't know how to do anything but cocaine.
Allegedly.
But ideas, right? Like, don't you get like creative and kind of manic on that shit? So like, shouldn't that, I don't know.
I don't think he's the creative type, you know.
No, he's not thinking about making money. He's not thinking about growing. He's just, I have my toys and I get to play with them and I'm going to lie about everything. Like he just said that Blood and Guts had great attendance and get out of fucking town.
Yeah, he's very like I can understand him not caring about money, but still at the end of the day, it is a business, right? Like if you just wanted your own little like play set, like go do that. So why do you gotta be on TV then? Go do that elsewhere. Like,
right.
You're gonna put out a product and then like not make it entertaining for the masses. You have the chance to do something. I feel like he started out like wanting to do that, and then it seems like once Cody left, that actual like business mindset left with him, and then it was just like, well, these are my friends. It's like, are they? You pay people millions of dollars to sit on a couch at home. Like,
yeah,
what's the show doing?
But he's also proved that he's just he's so self-centered. You know what I mean? It doesn't, whatever he thinks is a good idea is a good idea. Whatever in his head he thinks the numbers are and the profits, and even if he's so fucking delusional that it's just, I can see why Cody left, because he was frustrated. You know, you get little hints of it here and there. They haven't really said the whole story, but I'm putting it together in my head, and it's like, I think after a while, Cody was just like, fuck this guy. Like, all right, he knows it, you know, so I'm gone. And Punk too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I would just love to be paid. I don't even have to be paid a lot. Just be paid to do creative stuff all day. And
right.
That's it. But these people, they have all the money in the world, and they're just, you can tell they don't have any creativity. They don't really want other people. It's the executive producer thing we're talking about, right? Where they're fulfilling a role, but they're not fulfilling, they're trying to fill a lot of different roles and be the booker and be the this and that and the storyteller. And it doesn't work like that. You know, not anymore anyway, when you got a traveling circus and you got all this money invested. It reminds me of how you have NFL, NBA owners. Those are their toys too.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, it's just these we're talking about billion-dollar businesses. Some of them, like they're getting way up there in price. It's like stupid amounts of money if you want to buy just one franchise. Never mind talking about the whole league. And now you have Tony Khan in professional wrestling, but his competitors, you got the, you know, WWE, which is a monster, but then everything else, he swamps out easily with his money. So just to be number two, he just goes, I want to do this. So this is his toy. He's going to do what he wants with it. And it's not necessarily for an art form, and it's not even necessarily for the corporate side. And that's where he loses me. At least WWE is just going, this is what it is. And they're sticking to it. I'm doing what I want, which is his style that he likes is the indie scene in the 20 teens, the indie scene, you know what I mean? Like that type of wrestling fan, where I don't want it to go back to the Attitude Era, but I want it to be edgy like the Attitude Era, but let's update it and turn it into like a reality show where we're really invested in these characters, and it almost makes it so it doesn't matter if they win or lose, which I know it doesn't matter now, but it wouldn't matter in a way where it would be more story driven and more believable, and something just modern. You know, they haven't modernized this thing at all. They do a little bit here and there, cameras and this and that, but I'm talking about just like the guts of it. And nobody's doing that. AEW's got all the money in the world from this guy, and they still won't innovate. They're just going to go, nope, we're going to just cut ourselves open and bleed all over the place. Okay, got it. You know, you don't need a think tank for this shit. It's real simple. You know, just try new stuff, and people will be interested. Simple as that. It doesn't even have to work. Even better. if it doesn't work, because it will be hilarious.
Also, I was gonna say he has the money to like actually take a risk. You know what I mean? Like WWE has to be a little bit more careful because it is a business and they have shareholders and all of this other stuff that they have to care about. Like, and their parent company's in debt. He's got like a cheat code here. He could be taking risks, figuring things out, right? Coming up with a new formula, actually innovating what wrestling is, and instead he's just like, I liked ECW growing up, and so now that's what I'm doing. It's like, okay. Anything else?
Did you hear his new thing where they introduced a new belt?
Oh, yeah, his like 80th belt.
Yeah, so he introduces it as the national championship, which he then proceeds to go on and says it's basically the NWA national title. And then he goes and says, it's got legacy and all this stuff. So people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? NWA, first off, still is around. Second off, they have the national championship that somebody has right now. So then he backtracked and he said, I just read this before the show. He's like, oh yeah, I didn't really point that it was like sort of the NWA title. And I talked to Billy Corrigan and he's really cool. I haven't talked to him in a long time. Like they're fucking buddies. And like totally, it didn't even make sense, the statement he put out, trying to backtrack the fact that he was trying to sell this as a legacy belt. Like, what are you doing? He said, he backtracked and said, well, they have theirs, but we're a separate entity. It's like, dude, you just said something different. Like, he's painfully fucking annoying.
Yeah, this ain't 2K25, brah. You can't just go, I got the NWA national I saw a little bit of that too, and I'm like, I just read the headline. I went, huh? Like, why would there be any controversy about that? It didn't even compute. And I'm like, you know what? I don't even care. Like, who gives a shit, right? But yeah, Tony Khan is like saying, your title's our title now.
Yeah.
That title Ric Flair had, basically that's the reason why Billy Corrigan bought that company. He bought it for the title because Harley Race had it and all these other guys in the past had it, and that's where you get your name recognition and everything else. The 6:05 start times, that's we all remember that as kids, but that's what he bought it for, and Tony was just like, yeah, that's ours now.
Yeah, he's gonna bring back the big gold belt next and say, well, this is the NWA heavyweight championship.
yeah. Which is another thing. That's another slam dunk the WWE could have done the last time they were doing these new titles and everything. They should have just brought the old big golden belt back. That's the SmackDown belt.
Yeah. These belts, well, obviously they mean nothing. But nowadays I love when they say undisputed. Like every belt out there is disputed, especially this new national title. Because you're saying, well, it's the NWA and we own it. No, you don't. The NWA still has it, you moron. So your belt is disputed. But I digress.
What's your guys' favorite belts? Jess, what's your favorite belt in all of wrestling? There's a million of them. The one that Tama Tonga has next, right?
Sure.
Other than that one.
No, I don't know, actually. It's a good question.
Do you follow the lineage of, say, because in reality, what they're telling us is the Cody Rhodes belt is the one that Roman Reigns had, Stone Cold, Rock, and you can keep going back and back. That's their main title. The Raw title, they've made a bunch of these Raw titles, the red one and all this stuff, but it's essentially, that's like the working man's champions title. Then, of course, you have the IC, the US championships, and the female versions, the tags, all that stuff.
I kind of liked the blue universal, honestly. It's like,
yeah,
it reminds me of, obviously, the start of Roman Reigns tribal chief, but I do like that. I just like the design. Like, I actually like the big ass W. I know a lot of people don't. I don't know. I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
You know who designed that belt?
Mm-hmm. Tell them.
Paul Sr. from American Chopper.
Oh, really?
That TV show. Yeah. He designed that. Weird.
Yep. And my favorite belt, just you know, there's been many different versions, especially of this new one with the big W, the Naomi belt.
The
A
glow.
lot of people hate that belt. That's the best belt I've ever seen. And it's real simple. It's just put some lights on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was the coolest. You can make it any color you want on the fly. You probably have a little button pack. You just press little buttons, and it's green. It's this. It's multicolored. That's the best in the world. And how about Daniel Bryan's hemp
The wood.
championship?
Fuck that.
Yeah, no, I'm not into that.
I have two worst belts ever, and it's that one and the spinner belt. The
I
spinner
like the
belt.
spinner belt.
Oh God. Oh God.
Oh no, wrong thing. Shut up. Hold on, I'm gonna get us to John Cena here.
John Cena recognized.
Yeah,
That's what we were looking for. Thank you, John Cena. Anything else from you today? I know you like to talk about baby eating and stuff, but I think we're past that.
Sounds like that would almost ruin wrestling.
Yeah, that would ruin wrestling if you did that on screen.
Your brain is filled with feces.
Thank you.
Right.
So 3 hour SmackDowns. Are we looking forward to this? That's the news.
Sure.
Yep.
It didn't work before, so it's gonna work now, right?
Right at the tail end, it started to have a better like rhythm, and then they went back to the 2 hours, and I feel like that fucked them up even worse.
Yeah.
With the road to WrestleMania, I think it makes sense. But I'm still going to petition for a whole hour for Tama Tonga. I think that's probably the best way to go. So Triple H, if you're listening, you know, you can hire me also.
With face paint, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yep. With or without face paint? What are we going with?
I like both, so I don't care. You can show up however
Yeah,
you want.
she just loves me. So
In a chicken suit?
In a what?
Chicken suit?
Yeah,
she'd
sure.
love it.
You know who I'm starting to really like again? So, you know, I always like this lady, but I'm really starting to like her now because now that she's over with everybody and she's like smiling and she's being friendly, it's added a point or two, you know, in the hotness meter. I'll give it up. Everybody gives her problems, but I'm a leg guy, and I'll tell you, this Charlotte Flair. Lately, I'm liking Charlotte Flair lately. Yep. I don't care. Even if the boobs are looking in different directions, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care at all.
Her nipples look like Shawn Michaels' eyes.
Yeah, I'm like how dare you, Sleaze? We're gonna get blocked again.
Yeah.
All over again. I think that's the reason I got blocked the first time, because you came on here and called him Leatherface.
Hey, speaking of that, I was listening to Jim Cornette, I think it was last week, and he started talking about Jordan Grace, and he goes, "Oh, me and her have history. Yeah. When I used to call her Butterface, I fucking laughed my ass off."
Yep. Hey, I don't mind. We don't mind a Butterface here and there. Me and Jim Cornette, you know. So Charlotte, you're not a Butterface, of course not.
Just got weird nipples.
Hit me up. You know what? If I'm call into the Dr. Huge hotline on the show, I'll put you on.
Yeah.
Got it. You and Kiana James. I know you guys are very close. She calls you mother. Hey, you know.
So weird. Stop that.
All this mother business.
My mother's on TV. Yeah, like, all right, Ed Gein. Jesus Christ, calm down.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I'm not a fan of a lot of this stuff. You know me, Sleaze.
Yeah.
What these kids are up to today. Well, what is this? These kids.
Fucking earlobes.
Remember when we used to eat like this, when we would just BFFs?
Yeah.
We would have a hot pocket just like that.
Right. We used to get a foot
just
long.
How like girls are with each other.
Right.
Very normal.
Not Rhea Ripley, I'm telling you. She's not your normal girl, okay? She's covered head to toe in tats. She's pierced up. She's doing other things. You look at the way she's pinning everybody like she's Edge. You know what I mean?
I saved the picture of I think it's on my phone, because you say you have not seen Ilya Dragunov with his intimate pin.
Oh God.
I'll send it to you.
Oh God. It's gonna be more disturbing.
Oh no.
It's like, oh my God. I know.
You don't need to. It's all right.
I'm gonna feel
on
gross.
Twitter.
I'm not gay no
Yeah,
more.
complain about Rhea's pin. I don't know.
But I'm not even gay no more, so why would I even look at that?
Yeah, but it's worse with the
Don't make me gay.
penises.
Yeah.
It's worse with the penises. I don't.
Yeah, then you got things rubbing
touching
together.
tips.
Oh God, no.
Remember when Charlotte had the real big BFTs? They were like basketball size.
Yeah.
And then she took on Asuka, I think, in a WrestleMania or one of the big matches. And there was a picture of her like laying right in her boobs. She was like suffocating in her big breastises. Yeah. Thank you, Ian. Charlotte isn't a butterface. She's my soon-to-be wife, right? Asian guy from Canada.
Right.
Because that would imply everything but her face is appeal. How dare you?
Wow.
You fooled me again. I gotta read these whole things first. Oh my goodness. I better read them over here before I put them on my screen. Not my queen.
Well, he's supposed to be the producer, but he's sending stuff out like this.
Yep.
He's not proofreading his own stuff.
Ruining the product, sleaze.
We could do that. We could do that all on our own, Ian.
Trying to talk about that we can defend Charlotte and she'll hear it, and then
yeah.
I love Charlotte Flair. I love Kiana James. I love Harley Carmen, whatever her name is on AEW.
Fucking names, man.
You know, how about I just list the ones I don't love? That would probably be easier because, I mean, if you're in wrestling these days, Dr. Huge salutes you. You all look amazing. It's amazing stuff. Mm-hmm.
A lot of the women's stuff for me personally has been better than the men's stuff. To be honest with you, I've been more entertained with their matches and their storylines and stuff like that. It really has for a while now.
Well, the tag team stuff with the ladies, did you hear last night? You know, they're supposed to be clicking up for War Games. Rio and Charlotte and Alexa, which are essentially the same team, just different forms of it. You know, you got the larger lady and they got the shorter lady. And Charlotte doesn't want to deal with Rhea Ripley. She doesn't like her. And I don't blame her.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley's annoying. She's not very good on the mic. And she's had problems with her in the past. She shouldn't trust her. This all makes sense to me. Good.
Yeah, she goes to pin you. She's going to try to hump you. That's just, it's harassment, you know? Nope, he disappeared.
Yeah, he's gone. Charlotte's calling.
We sent him to the realm, Jess.
Yeah. See how he likes it.
You think you have the power? Charlotte and Alexa, Rhea and Io, and Kabuki Warriors. Now Charlotte and Rhea tension. Yes.
I did like that they brought that up. The segment, I just feel like it felt flat. Like I was expecting something else to happen or someone to say something. So when it happened last night, I was just kind of like, wait, what? Like that was it? Like, yeah, it makes sense. And I'm glad they're doing it because I'm interested, but something seemed a little like off. And I was just like, that was. Yeah.
Cause I watched it this morning and I said, wow, that was weird. It was strange.
Even like Cole and, what's his face? Corey Graves. Like they also seemed a little like when they were talking about it, they're just kind of like, oh, okay, well that happened. Like,
yeah, strange.
Okay. Like, so it wasn't just me.
No. I don't know if something went off script or something, but yeah, they seemed clueless as to what was going on.
Something, or they like were too short on time and maybe like they fucked something up. I don't know. Like even when Charlotte was like walking away, she kept like turning and looking. So I was like, all right, someone's going to say something and stop her, or the Kabuki Warriors are going to come in from backstage and like beat the crap out of her. Like I was waiting for something.
Right.
Nothing. So yeah,
I think overall, the women are, I think they believe it or not, they have more stars than the men. It should be able to write itself, this stuff. This is why I really feel like I'm a creative type. I'm the guy that I can write a lot of this stuff. I know the sleaze could too. Jess probably could too. I think everybody at this point could do better if they just focused and maybe cut their writing staff down. There's too many cooks in the kitchen. There's too many chiefs, right? Not enough Indians. What other terms do I got? You know. And just they need a focus, and they need to they have it a little bit with the women, at least lately, with keeping the tag team belts relevant with Charlotte and Alexa, putting the Kabuki Warriors back together, giving them the titles back. Then you got Lash Legend moving up with Nia Jax. You got Rhea and Io pretty much hooking up, real life and in the ring. So it all makes sense to me. They're all super over. I don't think any of them aren't like every woman and team that I named are more over than, and you can say no, but LA Knight, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, they're boring to me. Like all that whole stuff is old and boring, and they're bald.
If you look at the overall roster of the women on like SmackDown, Raw, NXT, it's super deep. It's as deep as I can remember in history, and they're, like you said, they're doing really good stuff. If you look at the men's side, there's not a lot of depth, and you can tell because people are hurt and gone and all this stuff. And it's just very lackluster.
The two guys that they could easily just hang their hat on for young up-and-comers, which, I mean, you can't really even call him an up-and-comer at this point, but Dragunov is like carrying SmackDown wrestling-wise and keeping you interested in actual wrestling and the who's involved with who wants to wrestle, who next and things. And then you have Carmelo Hayes, who hasn't really been – he's been on screen, sure, and things, but he's not in the Dragunov role where he's showcased every week in the ring. I think he should be on Raw, and he should be the Dragunov version of that on Raw, where you're going to get a banger or something close to it as long as you give him a good dance partner. I think Dragunov is still technically a better wrestler, but that's because I like the style better. It just looks realer. So,
yeah, agreed.
Yep. But overall, even in NXT, the women have been beating the men out for years now.
Yeah. I mean, as far as guys go in NXT, I mean, who can you guys think of that's like, oh, we got to rush them up to the main roster? There's really not many options.
I know people, the handsy, some of the hardcore fans like Trick Williams.
Right.
He was hot for a second, but he's kind of cooled off like now. Even Uncle's Old School the other night is like, I don't like that Trick Williams, but I'm like, you're not supposed to,
Yeah.
So
that's the way this works, bud.
Yeah. So I mean, other than that, Braun Breaker was moved. He was like, they've been shooting him off into space ever since he moved up. And then, I'm trying to think of somebody else that's like a guy that's really over. Ethan Page. Ethan Page, yeah.
For me, Obafemi, I'm a huge fan of him, But that's it. Who else do you got,
Siobhan's too young, so he needs some development time.
Yeah.
But he's very talented, so.
Very, very talented. He's going to be a moneymaker soon, so.
And they know that. That's why he had a match with Orton already.
Yeah.
That's crazy that they gave him Orton in NXT. They see money signs with him because he's talking a whole language nobody understands.
Yeah. Well, he's going against Gunther, right?
Yeah.
Got the announce table ready because that motherfucker's going to go right through it.
Yeah.
I'll bring back my old meme.
Yep. He gets to get slapped up and beat up by Gunther first round. It's a great achievement there, Javon Evans. And Justin says they fumbled Breaker being the baddest dude. He has it all and then some.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the grouping him up with other people slowed him down a little bit. As much as I like Seth Rollins and I like factions, and I think Seth Rollins should have had a faction. I don't know if Braun Breaker was. If anything, it should have just been one guy. Like just the bodyguard. How Batista was a bodyguard for, believe it or not, Devon Dudley. Again, Devon, you just keep coming up in my life. And stuff like that. But
I love Braun. It's just like he's a little goofy, so I can't pick he's badass, and I'm sure could destroy me, right? But I don't know, he's just he's a little goofy, so it's tough to. I don't want to say you can't take him seriously, but
you don't like this.
Yeah.
I can do without that.
I think when he becomes a baby face, his comedy that he does and the goofiness, that would be fine. But when you're a heel, it's I see that.
Everybody loves his entrance spear where he runs down the ramp. he like hits somebody barely and does a flip.
Yeah,
and people love
when he hit Carlito, I have the thing because I use it all the time for reaction, but like he was like fucking like angled, like he went.
Yeah,
I don't even know how he got like that height and that angle. That was nuts.
Yeah,
Carlito ate that like a champ.
And here's some other news. So Santana has been the champion of TNA, beat Trick Williams, got the belt back for that brand, and he immediately lost it to what is the equivalent of the Money in the Bank. Like they have some contract thing, I guess. So Frankie Kazarian is now the champion of TNA. There was talk that he wasn't showing up to shows and oh no, this and that. I knew right away before I even read anything. I'm like, they're moving him into WWE. He's probably going to go to NXT. I don't know if any of this is fact. This is just immediately what I thought. So, they were obviously working together. Santana's going to be now moved up, and that's why he lost the championship so quickly. So anybody upset with it, no need to be upset. One of your favorites is going to be on national TV every week.
Well, it's the same thing with Joe Hendry. They took the belt off him, and rumors back then were saying he's being moved up, and he just signed with them. So,
and don't forget about TNA. They still exist. I always called them the Jason Voorhees of promotions. They through the years, I remember keeping up with them when they were made by Jeff Jarrett in 2001. I went to their website and I'm looking up all their wrestlers and everything. And every like 4 or 5 years, the company was about to die. It was about to go away. And then somebody would come and save it. Always. And now even Jericho says, right? Burying AEW. That was like the big headline this week. Jericho buries AEW by saying that TNA it looked great at one of their latest pay-per-views and how they look like the second biggest company out here. How can that be? Don't you work for AEW?
Yeah, I agreed 100% with Jericho. So I mean, I believe they are the number 2. They don't have to make more money than Tony Khan. They don't have to do it. I think they are, and WWE has helped a lot, and that's why it looks like that. And their viewership is up and they're getting TV deals and everything. So I believe it.
Yep. Old TNA was good. And you know what? Yeah. I missed probably the best period because I wasn't watching any wrestling in around 2010, but I heard that period a little before and a little after was the best.
Yeah, it was.
They had all the old, I know Booker T was there and Bubba Ray and Scott Steiner and even Hulk Hogan ended up over there. I know a lot of the radio lore because Bubba the Love Sponge was on the show I listened to all the time, Howard Stern Show, because he was in the same network on Sirius at the time. And there was a story about how he was supposed to give away tickets to people, his fans, the Bubba Army, to show up at TNA in Orlando where they were doing it. And the people weren't able to get in. And then they started spitting at him.
Well deserved.
A hilarious story. And then he got in a fight with Awesome Kong, the lady wrestler, over the Haitian earthquake. And he was talking smack about it on his radio show, and then she saw him, and I guess it was on site. She ran up to him and started. Now she's a lady that can fuck with men. If she wants to fuck with because Bubba the Love Sponge was like a 350, 400-pound dude. He's a big fat guy, and she just ran right up to him and started like wailing on him, I guess.
It's good. She should. But in the other vein, if he punched back.
Yep. And he said he could and he didn't and all this stuff. I don't know if I believe that.
She would have killed him if he swung back. She would have fucking killed him.
So shout out to TNA. And I wouldn't be worried about anything with any of their people and any of their wrestlers. They seem to they got a handle on things, especially with their connection to WWE now.
Yeah.
Corporate ministry, as I like to call it. And I got a couple basketball notes. I know you guys aren't really big basketball people, but I just want to point out to people that LeBron James is in the G League, and which is like the minor leagues, and they don't send the superstars to G Leagues, Sleaze. And I don't even know if he was sent or he went there himself. He's trying to renegotiate and get the bag once again, but nobody wants him because he's old and he's bald. And you know, I'll tell you this, Jess. If you didn't know, a lot of everything in the world is totally fake, and one big giveaway is LeBron James, his greatness and all this stuff. It was all manufactured. They changed the game for him to make it easier for him. They gave him multiple super teams. I can go on for days about this guy. He's obviously on something. He's on the picograms, and you know, I just don't like it. He's ruined one of my. I used to NBA was number one growing up. NFL was always number two. Once he came around, it literally switched.
Yep.
And it's gotten worse. I can't even watch the game anymore. Everybody's shooting 3-pointers. They all travel. There's no rules anymore. And defense is outlawed. So why the fuck am I watching this?
People are pretending to get hit and falling down. Like it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to watch.
It's all branding. And people I know that have been to games even recently, they're like, it's so insane in person. It's just one commercial after another, and just it doesn't even feel like you're at a sports game anymore.
Yeah.
And another example, LeBron James, a few weeks back, he had the decision part 2, and people were very invested in this. You know, these LeBron James stands are worse than the Sasha Banks stands, like way worse. They're the worst in the world. That's another thing. And then this new NBA and their fans are the fucking shits. They don't even understand what they're watching because they're clip watchers. I used to watch all the games. So I played it. I know what it is. They're not playing basketball anymore. That's a whole different sport. Anyway, more on that later. But he does this, you know, where is he going to go play now, right? But it wasn't that. It was a commercial. And people are actually paying for tickets, season tickets, upgrading this and that, which aren't cheap. And they found out that it was just a business ploy. And now they're suing LeBron James. It's a whole fucking thing. And then never mind that he might be allegedly, possibly, he might be one of those Count Draculas that we're talking about. They do like to call him Le Diddy, Le Bum, Le Bench Warmer now. Anyway, so yeah,
I've never seen a superstar like him just totally tarnish his entire legacy out of his own mouth. You know, he sucks on many levels.
And one last basketball note: we all know LeBron James sucks, and if you don't know that, you're probably like under 25 years old.
Right.
And Nico Collins, the GM of the Dallas Mavericks. A lot of people don't understand what's going on. I'm going to break it down real quick for everybody. So they think that they just tanked for no reason. So they sent one of their best players, Luka Doncic, to the Lakers, where LeBron is. Another reason why they're kind of like getting him out of there, because they got another superstar now. And the Mavs did this a year after they were just in the finals against the Celtics. And people are like, why would they do that? For Anthony Davis, great player and all that, but he's older. He's on his way out. That team was bought by the Adelsons. The Adelsons also funded Trump in his presidencies. So we're talking huge money from people I can't talk about, Sleaze. Remember that? I can't talk about it. But they bought the majority ownership of the Mavs. They wanted to move them to Las Vegas. Make even more money, right? And then the NBA stepped in and said, you can't do that. They're an NBA Finals team. It doesn't even make any sense. Like, we couldn't get away with that because they got all the support in their town, and the business as usual, like that, you know, it would throw a wrench in things. So the ownership went, all right, we'll sell our best player. We'll tank. We'll be the shits until we can get to Las Vegas.
Oh, come on.
Simple as that. That's what I think. And I mean, I'm generally right about these things. Otherwise, what sense would that make? It doesn't make any sense. I know they want to go to Las Vegas. They were told no, and they said, all right, we'll blow it up, and then we'll eventually get to Las Vegas.
That's I hate this world. I hate it.
And that's what I'm saying. It's corporate horseshit, and I don't like it. It's not about what is real. They're breaking reality so much for me that I can't like this stuff.
No.
And then on top of it, you're gonna rig a lot of these games through the referees and stuff. And some of the players even now are getting in on it. Like, you don't make enough money. Get me out of here. Like, I can't wait to go to Mars or somewhere. Elon Musk, please get me away from these people.
I only got a couple of more decades on this planet, and I'm so happy about that. Because it's gotten so gross, and I'm not one of those, and Doc isn't either. And we're not one of those like, oh, it was better in our day just because it was our day. And it's true. It's true. It really was better. When you didn't have, everything being fixed and this shit music and LeBron James.
Well, the funny part is, Sleaze, it was fixed back then too. Just nobody picked up on it.
If I'm done to it, I'm fine.
It's gone off the rails now because they've legalized gambling, so of course it's going to happen now. So it's like they're just being so over the top with it. Yeah. But it's especially with the mute. I can go on and on about it, but anyway,
gross.
Yeah, it's just gross. The world is gross. I don't like this world. I don't know why God put me here. I have no idea.
You have so many other places.
No,
gonna put me in this dump.
Oh, have you heard this story, guys? Kim Kardashian. She tried to use AI to become a lawyer.
No.
And she was also using psychics to become a lawyer, like to tell. They were supposed to tell her if she was going to pass or not, and they all said, "Oh, you're going to pass. You're the best." And then she didn't pass the bar.
I would sue all those psychics and shit.
Maybe she will.
What?
This is where we are, Jess.
I can't.
Yeah, Kim Kardashian used AI. She's like, I'm gonna beat this. I'll pass the bar. I'll pass the stat, whatever the fuck they call that thing. I can beat all these lawyer tests. I'll be a lawyer next week. I'll do a little AI business. I'll meet with a few psychics. I'll eat a few babies.
That's the part that's really throwing me off, right? Like, using AI, whatever, right? I have to use that all the time at my job. It's, it's a tool. Okay. The psychics, that's like, first of all, going to one and them saying yes. What did that like mentally like fuck you? Because then you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna pass no matter what, right? Like, you know what I mean? That would like throw you off your game if you truly believe that. But like, why is that part of your like? This is my success plan. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna go to a psychic and find out.
Fuck it, I want to be an astronaut. I'm gonna go to a shaman.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So
God,
a lot
she
of people
sucks too.
Ouija board, like
what? Instead of like going to college and like everybody else does,
studying. Yeah.
You know who her father was, right?
Yeah.
The OJ trial. He was a lawyer, so maybe she should.
Is that how he got his lawyer degree?
Yeah.
The bar?
He went to a psychic.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Well,
this is the world. It is. Yeah.
I mean, I knew she was dumb, but like that just like,
yeah. I didn't know that.
Like, is she playing it up? You know what I mean? Like, because she was on a reality TV show, right? Like, people kind of like that kind of thing.
Did you ever watch that? What are your shows? You watch reality shows?
I don't watch like any TV. If it's not anime, hockey, or wrestling, I don't watch it.
Wow. See, we got a real nerd here. Sleaze, just like the rest of us. Like all that stuff that I used to like and everything that I'm into was always nerd stuff. Now it's cool.
Yeah, I got bullied.
Yeah.
Yep. Now it's so cool. Were you bullied like Priscilla Kelly here?
No, her which I don't know. I'm curious. I don't know. Like, I didn't read the whole story because I just saw her say that. But I was just curious if there was like anything specific because everyone keeps saying this.
It's so tiring.
So This is her speaking back against it because they're saying, oh, they didn't pay me enough or whatever. And she made statements about this, but it was really, like she said, let me just clarify. Never did I say there was anything wrong with this salary, nor was I complaining about it, especially considering this is starting out. When I started wrestling, I was lucky to get $20 after driving all night just to get a spot on a show. I was simply blah, blah, blah. So she goes on. We don't need to read it all, but this is stemming off her doing like an interview and saying how she was bullied almost to the point of offing herself in a boxing ring. Of course, YouTube TOS.
But that's her own mental issues. You know what I mean? Like, you can get bullied and rise above. If you're sitting there thinking in your head, well, I'm going to off myself, you have to go to the doctor. You know, I'm tired of that.
Because like Cora Jade brought that up, right? And don't I said her name, so hopefully she doesn't try to strike us. Like, she's been taking down everything.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you saw. Yeah, it's not just her OnlyFans stuff. It's like anyone who mentions her name is getting like a copyright strike.
We'll call her Aura. We'll call her Jorah Cade.
There you go.
And she like mentioned bullying and talk about like body image stuff, and like I totally understand, but you're also in a business where your body is important. Like, it's a product, unfortunately, and it sucks to say it that way, but it is. It's part of the product, and if you are not presenting in a way, like, you're gonna get comments. So like, I'm always just curious, like, what is the bullying, right? Is it a comment about something? Is it a comment about your physical fitness, right? Like, and coming from professionals and people who are your bosses, they're allowed to say that sort of stuff, right? If you're just some jackass on the internet, saying something, then obviously shut the fuck up. But if like your boss is like, hey, you got to put on some size, you're looking like a string bean, right? Like, that's not bullying. You need to do that for your job.
There's been many, many stories of like producers in the past and bookers and stuff going to somebody and saying, hey, you need to lose 30 pounds. You know, it's not good for the product. Like you said, they are a product, their body, everything. So as a company, you're taking them, trying to sell them, so that's not bullying. This is the business you're in.
Nikita Lyons tightened up, it looked like, just from pictures I saw. Not like she lost a ton of weight, but it looks like she's losing weight.
Yeah.
And, who else? There's been a bunch of others that all of a sudden they just started working out, wrestlers, and even that referee that started wrestling. She was like all chubby and had the muffin top and the whole thing. And now she's like ripped. So good.
But they got to sell it. You know what I mean? So these bully things that keep popping up every couple of weeks or months, or like, you don't understand. Go get another job. You know what I mean? Where it's not everything about your image. If you can't take that, you're not mentally strong for the business. And it makes it worse when they sit there and say, oh, well, I felt like offing myself. Well, that's your problem. I hate to say it, my opinion, TOS.
I think Gunther is a good example, right? Like, he was a bigger guy. I think he looks way better and presents way better.
Yeah.
Trim, right? Like, just, it works.
Yeah.
But can you sell Gunther now better than old Gunther? Of course you can.
Yep. You got to look the part. Listen, people, even if they don't know it, there's a lot of these dudes out here, sleaze, that are just like, oh, they like this, they like that. You know what? Everybody likes just fit women. That's really it. You could be any shape, size, or anything. If you look healthy, that's really it. Right. That's what guys like. They just want somebody to look fit. They don't need you don't have to have a huge ass. You don't have to have huge tits. You don't have to have all this, stuff going on with your face and your hair. The eyelashes that come out a mile long. Just if you're fit, trust me, guys will like it. That's it.
Right. Mm-hmm. And it's a health thing too. A lot of the times, I've heard stories in the past where it's like people put on all this weight and they can't move in the ring and things like that. It's as simple as that. Big Show.
Oh, go ahead.
Big Show was a prime example. He got really big at one point, and they said, "Hey, go down to NXT or whatever it was at the time, and trim up and come back." And he didn't say like, "Oh my God, I'm going to go online and say I want to off myself." And
well, I don't know. We don't know if it was about her look. We can only
I'm just speculating that I'm curious as to the extent of the bullying because it comes up a lot from.
I mean, she got a big old dumper there, and that thing is big. But also, like, if that's your thing, then accentuate her, make it better. But still, you got to slim it up and stuff. Can't be running around here with a 300-pound ass and things.
Right, right.
So.
Well, you could. No.
Really strong legs, you might be able to.
Yeah.
What else do I got here? Yeah, that was. Oh, Zootopia. I know everybody's gonna go watch that because Roman Reigns is in it, CM Punk's in it, and even The Rock. Where are you, The Rock? He's gonna be in it, right? Are you in it?
Of course, jabronis.
There you go.
There's actually a ton of people in that. A lot of famous people. But yeah.
Zootopia. I'm definitely gonna go watch that by myself in the theaters. 100%.
You should.
Yeah.
And make sure you do it shirtless so it's
of course. With baby oils. Oh, there's look at this. Look at that. We don't like this, everybody. So we like, let me get this straight. We don't like this, but we like this. I just want to make sure I'm getting this right.
Oh, God.
And maybe you'll like both, but if you had to choose, would you really take Pat McAfee? I'm taking this. Okay. Thank you.
You know what Charlotte Flair always like comes off to me, and I know you like her and stuff, and I do too.
Already.
But she seems like a soccer mom that chain smokes cigarettes. And just drinks way too much coffee, and like her hair's always like that right now in the picture.
That she's working out hard for these abs and things. Come on.
Yeah.
Look at that. All this.
I get it. Yeah.
And the girl with the peanut butter skin next to her. Come on. You like all of this.
Yeah.
What else we got? We got the Patriots winning as usual. We're back to winning. Here we go. Play it for me, Gronk. Say it. Gronk came back. He retired a Patriot. Big news where I'm from. Tell him, Gronk.
New England! I'm back, baby! Shall I suit up for the second half? I love y'all. Patriot for life.
Yep.
Who was that lady? Who's that lady that came up and grabbed his ass? What was she doing?
Grabbed his ass?
Yeah, rewind that.
Yeah,
play it
I was
back.
trying to figure out. I thought she took someone else's back.
Keeping a close eye now.
Oh God, it's so annoying.
I'm back, baby!
Now this is the frat guy you're supposed to like, Ian.
Yeah.
There's a good and a bad one, huh?
Shall I suit up for the second half?
Okay, she's coming now.
Yeah, here she comes.
I love y'all.
She's like, no, I like it.
Maybe she put a kick me sticker on his back. Yeah, that's what it was.
She took the nips out of his back pocket.
Yeah, right. All the bottles started dropping out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jake Paul's gonna fight what's his name? Anthony Joshua, one of the greatest fighters, like almost of all time. Yep, got it, Jake. Cool.
I hate Jake Paul. I love Logan Paul. I do. I get everything they're doing with him, and he's a dick in real life and a dick on. I get it. Jake Paul is just a fucking dickhead.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Here's Oscar stealing my gimmick. Again, dressing up like a doctor, spitting in people's faces. How did they not know she was a doctor? Come on.
Right.
Yep.
Where is your jacket? You still got that?
I still it's back there.
Nice.
I never wear it because it's super hot.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I'll come on here after a week at the gym. I'll be like ripped like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then I'll put it on with no shirt on underneath. We'll get all the subscribers.
You know, it's funny when we used to do it all in studio. It's funny you said it was really hot because as the show went on, you could see yourself starting to glisten.
Yeah, I sweat like a mother. Well, you got multiple people in a room too, and then all the lights and all.
Oh yeah,
and the computers are all heating up, and
me and Justin would go out halfway through to go have a cigarette, and we're like freezing during the winter because we're full of sweat. Yeah,
remember we had DDP call in that one day, and Justin missed it. He was too late to show up to the live show, and he missed the call. And he was like a big DDP fan. I saw him outside, and he was like throwing a water bottle.
He's so pissed. I forgot about that. I fucking missed it.
He was so unhappy. He's like, now I'm just here to do the stupid show and not without DDP. Yep.
I'm going to mention what culture like 10 more times.
Yeah. Every time he came on, it was what culture. I would always yell at him about it. I'm like, promote this show. Stop promoting them.
They suck.
I got this lady's arm up on the screen because
this
is in the fight game a little bit. The Brazilian jiu-jitsu and thing. Brazilian jiu-jitsu has nothing to do with biting. You know, fighting in general.
You said it was an accident.
Oh yeah. Does that look like an accident?
It's like multiple bites, so it's not like you did it once somehow.
Yeah. Like in the heat of battle, maybe one, but this is like 12.
So I mean,
deep.
Jesus.
People are ridiculous. I just like to keep pointing out that, there's a lot of silly people out here. And what else?
Yeah, look at that guy with the cone on his head.
Oh, that's because I wrote cone watch us or something. I don't even. Back in the day, I would try to like fix it and everything, but what's the point now?
Yeah. Keeps us real.
Crack every week. Don't forget, go watch that video. It's amazing. It's a good one.
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. And we talked about this. We talked about there's a few other things. Did we talk about Mandy Rose and Liv Morgan getting in a fight years ago? Sonya Deville brought this up. How they got in a fight basically while they were training in wrestling.
Yeah.
It was a lot of you bitch, you this, you that. And then she said, Liv Morgan said something to Mandy, and she said, at least I got real hair, stuff like that. So
as you see her extensions when she wrestles.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Yep. No fake hair over at Jess's, right?
No.
Yeah.
No. Any of that shit.
Mine's fake. Mine's fake. I'm really bald.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I know that.
Yeah.
Fake ass hair too. How do I know that?
Because Heel Easy said it on Twitter the other day. Because I said I had to shave my fucking face again.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
so yeah, that's everything shaved now.
The easy one says, I heard Liv Morgan bout it. She'll scrap with anybody. Yep, she's like,
she's from New Jersey. That's
yep.
how we do over here.
Yeah, they'll fight guys that look like Brock Lesnar. What'd you say at the subway? And they start slapping at him, whacking at his chest. And then
lean down.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar gives her one of these. Get out of here, lady. I got to go F5 deer and stuff.
Yeah. Cut them up and Viking shit.
And then Carmelo Hayes. How did I forget about this story? I mean, this Larissa girl is super famous now. She's a mark. She's lying. Do you know her?
I only know because of that, and then she also was the one that said Jey Uso was like on drugs in the CM Punk match. But everyone reacted positively to that one because it was about Jey Uso. But then when the Carmelo Hayes, Paul Heyman thing came up and Carmelo called her out, then all of a sudden it was like negative attention.
That's right. No yeet. Where's my no yeets?
No yeets.
Thank you.
No yeet.
Yeet when it's Jey Uso. You can say anything you want about Jey Uso. No, you can't say that about Carmelo Hayes. No. But she said, what was it?
called Paul Heyman a racist.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. It was really more against Paul Heyman saying he didn't want to work with Carmelo Hayes.
He wouldn't even look him in the eyes or something.
Oh,
like that.
come on.
Which, like all the stories, Paul Heyman can be a lot of things, but like I've heard a lot of good things about him when it comes to stuff like that, and that he's, very much not a racist.
No.
But
total make believe. Of course, he quote tweets her and is like, what is with you people? Essentially. And it reminded me too. Remember recently Andrade, some guy was on there going, he must work for the cartel or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like that. Like, what? He's working for the cartel as a wrestler?
Yeah. It's a good cover,
Those sources, man. There's a lot of wacky sources going on around here.
Well, did you see Meltzer this week? He was like, oh, yeah, Drew's off TV because he's filming a movie. And then literally Drew comes back on SmackDown.
Well, I made sure I made that a correction on Tuesday's show.
Yeah. He's the worst. He's the worst one.
If I find out Meltzer said something and I like have repeated it, I'm like, whoop, gotta take that back now.
Yeah.
Yep. Papa Dave, you're getting it all wrong lately.
God.
Lately.
Yeah. You know what? Put me on the payroll, Tony Khan. I'll say whatever you want.
I won't.
I'll even say any words and everything.
Yeah. We conform well.
Where's my Triple H money picture? Come on, Trips.
Come on, Trips.
Get that later. I think we said it all, though. Any other things you guys want to bring up in particular that I haven't spoken about?
No. I think we covered all the nonsense this week.
I think we did.
Yeah. Did it again.
Arc Rangers. That's where you'll find me probably this weekend.
Makes sense.
I'll tell you, I played this game the other night. Now that there's been a few weeks, people are getting accustomed to this game. They're being real dickheads out here. And that was the nicest thing I could say. Make it. You get all this loot. You spend like a half hour in this map and then a rat comes out of a corner in a shadow and just goes. Yeah. When they should be cool. Everybody. I play solos. Everybody's cool in solos. They talk. I go, hey, don't shoot. And then he throws a inflammatory grenade on me and blows me up. I'm all in flames. I lose all my special stuff. And then
I can't. I've never been able to do that. I can't do online multiplayer shit because I can't take the stupidity. I just play by myself. I don't have to hear somebody chattering bullshit and doing that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Can't do it.
For the most part, I've never seen a game where there are this many nice people in it. But the trolls are coming out, the clippers are coming out.
Yeah, it gets ruined.
Yep. The cheaters are coming out where they're looking through walls. They can see me in a pitch black spot. Got it.
Yeah.
Yep,
Nope. I've tried it in the past, and I've thrown my headset and been like, "Fuck this kid."
Like back when you used to play me, right?
Oh, well, you're the worst. You're the worst.
Yeah. Well, hey, man.
He's an idiot savant for every video game ever made. So it's frustrating because even if you're good, he beats you.
And then I
ridiculous.
go online and I get beat by everybody.
Yeah, which is we used to play fucking Bring the Pain or whatever, and I tried everything.
Funniest because I played that for years, even leading up to that. So I knew all the mechanics already, and he's like, "Oh, I've been playing this. Oh man, you're in for it, and this and that." He didn't get a punch in.
Yep, I made my own. I made my own sleaze character. He was top notch and just Armageddon on my ass.
Yep.
You just see him in the corner, just.
One of my buddies in high school, I'd play Madden with him, and he'd be like, "You're cheating!"
Yeah,
you're cheating, and I'm like, "How am I cheating?" I'm like, we're playing the same game on this PlayStation. It was one of the gray first PlayStations.
Yeah,
and I'm like, "How am I cheating?" And
I think I tried playing you in Madden once and didn't finish the game. Because I'm like, no, this is stupid. This is dumb.
We used to play at our buddy's house, the artist there with all the wacky stuff everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he would always have like, and then people would want to play all the games, you know, when we're partying and things like that. And I played I remember one time I played Madden with this kid and I won the game. Like, so I just started kneeling it because I already won, you know? And I get like, you don't do that, but I just wanted to be like, hey, I won. It's over. You know, I'm not throwing an interception to you. I'm not going to fumble it to you so you can get back in the game. It's over.
Yeah.
And he wanted to like fight me. It was like, we almost had a fist fight over it. I'm like, so I need to, I'm like, the game's over. And I literally got up and walked away. I'm like,
I think we went out one night, you know, had a few
beverage
drinks. Yes. And so we go back and we're playing and you're just whipping my ass. And like every time you whip my ass, you're like, you want to go again? And I'm like, yeah. So we go again. Want to go again? Yeah, I do. And want to go again? Fuck you. I don't. No. Nope.
Everybody would get mad at me, but now I get mad at everybody. But watch me play Tekken and everything else. I'm like, I was losing my mind last night. I got killed like by 3, and they're probably little kids.
Yeah.
You know, because all the adults seem cool. The only person I ever had a problem with that was shooting me and shouldn't have been shooting me was talking like this. And I'm like, you're cool, man, right? And he's like, I'm cool. I turned around. I'm like, you're taking my stuff. And he's like,
see, I don't want to get angry at children, so I just don't do it. You know, because then I feel like an asshole. Like you're the adult, he's the child.
They should reverse like the age of playing games. Like if you're a kid, you cannot play your video games with, you know, any games that are us adults like. Stop playing those, please.
Yeah, don't.
Go. Isn't there like Minecraft and all that? Go play that.
It should be like when you go into porn, right? They ask if you're 18. Well, they ask if you're 18. It should be like that with video games. If you're not 18, you can't come in.
Right.
That doesn't stop anybody.
Well, on paper.
Not that I was doing that when I wasn't 18, but it's asking me yes or no. I can click yes that I am 18. They don't know.
That doesn't happen, Jess. I don't believe that. I think it's a good system.
I never did that.
Fixes everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paladin knows. He watches some of my intense Twitch streams. Go check it out. I'll be on there later.
I'm not going because I'll get beat. Not doing
All right, everybody. Hey, if you do play Arc Raiders, by the way, I need your help because everybody's killing me, and I want to form a gang to take on everybody else. That's
Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders.
Shout out to everybody. Right? It's the hottest game right now, Sleaze. Come on. All the kids know.
Maybe I'll check it out.
And
maybe I'll check it out.
K-pop band too. I'm gonna let you know all about it. They're killing it right now. Female K-pop. Isn't that Korean pop, Jess? Yeah. Do you know what that means, right?
Yeah.
Korean pop.
Nice.
Right up our alley, Sleaze. All right, everybody. Where can we catch you guys? Jess, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter, probably drunk later.
I'm
Jess_saying. Yeah, we're going to our neighbors to drink. So
nice.
I drink like someone 3 times my size. So I won't be very drunk.
Jesus. I can't wait.
Yep.
That's what it is, Ian. All the kids want to flex. I don't like it. You're not. They hear my voice and they're like, "I got to kill this guy."
Yeah.
They see me without a helmet on Arc Raiders with this brown peanut butter skin. They're like, "I got to kill this guy."
Yeah. And they're like, "He can't get away with this. He's not my dad."
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. Substitute teacher syndrome. That's what I call it. Where can we find you, Sleaze?
Easy. It's QR code here. Just, take the picture and do what the kids do, and it's all my shit.
You can find his OnlyFans there.
Yes. Yes.
We got this QR code and all the places you can find the show. It's really at DrHUGEshow all over the internet. Thank you all for watching. You guys are the best. All the people in the chat, all the people listening in the future, you're the best in the world.
It's true.
You guys are the icons. Got to get more subscribers. We're so close. I looked at the analytics for the first time the other day. I usually don't because it just upsets me. I just don't even look at it like forever when it comes to anything. Even if I feel like I'm winning, I'll just, I don't know. It feels like something bad will happen if I do it. But I looked. We're about like 60% way of being monetized. So we're
Nice.
halfway on, a little over half on subs, a little over half on viewing time, a little over half on like everything you need to meet. So the first year is always the hardest. 60% is pretty damn good, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
And I think next year, what's happened in my life before we sign off, just one last thing. I've noticed, I don't know what it is with time, but for me anyway, when an 06 comes along, 07, 08, every decade, it's the best. It's like, I don't know, it's like a hot period of every decade for whatever I'm trying to do. It's things start happening. It's right around the corner. We're popping at the right time. It's going to happen, everybody. I'm telling you, I'm speaking into existence right now. That's how it works.
Check a psychic. They'll let you know.
That's right, yeah.
That always works.
Kim Kardashian, you idiot!
Foolproof.
What an idiot!
Moron.
Everybody, we'll talk to you later. Have a good rest of your night. Bye.
Peace.